the Bengals need to do, if anything, or can the current Bengals get things together and get us back to the playoffs? That and much more coming up next on Blue Collar Bengals. There we are.
On. How we doing today?
I'm a little sad, a little nervous.
What
Just because
about?
there's no Bengals to watch on Sunday.
Let's do a little therapy here. What do you got going on? Why are you sad, huh?
Just because I know that there's no Bengals game to watch Sunday.
Yeah, I am bummed about that too. I don't know. I mean, we've sat here and we've chatted before the show. I'm trying to turn down my other apparatus here so there's no echo. Um, we really didn't even know what we were going to talk about, man, did we? But we pulled it together somehow, huh?
Yeah. We just like here's some stuff that we could talk about, and we got a giveaway winner to announce today. Somebody is
Yeah.
going to win these beautiful, still unreleased to this point, Cincy beanies that you can see on the screen here, the white one and the black one. So I hope that the randomizer that I'm trying to screen share ends up working. We were messing with it pre-show. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not,
Oh
but I
yeah.
promise you that it's got like 100 people's names on it, or everybody that entered their Twitter handle is in the wheel. We're going to spin it, and that'll be who wins it. So,
Yes, excited. I like the comment already from Victoria. Ron's back in an actual room. Yes.
yeah, he is. He is.
No
Finally.
traveling. We got some let's goes, some who days. I'm pumped. It's going to be a good one, regardless of it being a bye week. I'm pumped to give away some hats and talk about some stuff that these guys need to do over the break. So
Jake is in here. Jake is a day one of mine. There was a mini social media movement to try to get me onto McAfee tomorrow when they're in Columbus. It did not work, but there was a lot. We gave it the old college try. There's a lot of people that had my back. So I appreciated the show support from you as well.
could you just show up?
You can go watch, but yeah,
Like
I
not
might. I've thought about it.
like not rush the stage, but like, hey Pat, I'm Drew. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that far. It was actually started by Ben, old Ben
Yeah.
Schramm. He
Oh my God, do you have that video? I don't know if you could.
um
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but
well,
holy,
right now I'm being put on the spot because my computer just told me it's about to die because I didn't plug it in. So
oh no.
take it away, Ron. Talk to the
Hey,
people. We'll make your head real big.
all right, guys, bye week. Well, he figures that out. Uh, like we always say, neither of us are professional or professionals here. But some of the stuff we're going to talk about is what Drew and I, each of us, want to see come from this bye week from the team, whether it be getting healthy, making some roster moves. And then we're going to look a little bit forward as well, too. We got the 49ers on the horizon. We're not going to dive too much into it because we'll have a show that will cover the 49ers. And then we will talk about a special guest that we're going to have on the show Monday. So I'm very excited about that one. But you want to dive in, and Drew, do you want to start? What do you want to see from this team through the bye week? Oh no, Drew's frozen for me. Might have lost him. Let's see if I got a text here. Like we just said, we are not professionals here, but we can make this happen. I'll go ahead and kick it off, man. And when Drew gets in here, flat out, I want to see this Bengals team get healthy. I need to see a healthy T. Higgins, 5. Sorry, 5 needs to make sure that rib is not sore. I need for him to be able to make those catches and be okay with getting hit. He was getting some guff after the last week. I think unwarranted guff because, let's be honest, the guy was playing with a cracked rib or a couple set of ribs. Drew looks like he's back. However, he's still frozen. You there? Can you hear me?
Everything went to shit. Can anybody see or hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my connection was saying it was all I did was plug my fucking computer in and everything went to hell.
So here's where I was just at, and I think you're going to agree with me, dude. We got to get healthy through the bye week, right? We got a banged up QB1, and we got a banged up wide receiver 1B. So, like, what do you see? Who else can you think of?
I see a comment from Tony that says now Drew's on dial up. I'm getting all the internet shit that you were getting last time now. Um, but when you say get healthy, that's absolutely right. I mean, Burrow's shown improvement. He's shown that he's moving around better, but I think a week off can't hurt. Um, you can't. I just completely blanked out. That wasn't even me freezing. I'm just a fucking moron.
No, but you're right. The
Can't
week
hurt
off
anybody.
is good, even though it's not truly gonna be a week off. Because like, I don't like if you're in the NFL, I don't think you have it in your heart and your brain to take a week off. Like mentally, they're gonna be
Huh?
thinking about football. Like I think that they're still gonna be dialed in because
Logan Wilson's at the beach right now.
yeah, but he's thinking about it. You know, he's thinking about it
Yeah.
mentally. I think he's probably got X's and O's in his head, dude, because of the season so far, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think if we were a couple games further than we were now, they could relax a little bit. But I could be totally wrong. I mean, you said Logan's at the beach, but in my head, I know I'd be sitting there like I'd be thinking about it. You know?
Yeah, and when it comes to getting healthy, Danielle in the comments makes a good point. Orlando Brown Jr., the groin injury
Yeah.
that he left the game with in Seattle.
Yeah.
We need to give him a week. He said that he'd be back after the bye, but yeah, a week off for that
I totally forgot.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he did say right after the game that he planned he would be back. And Tony makes a good point. Much easier to digest X's and O's with sand between your toes. Now that is not the case for me
Yeah.
because I hate the beach. I
Me,
despise the beach. The
me.
beach stinks.
Gross. We've had this discussion. Nothing good. Nothing positive. Sand everywhere. Salt water.
People,
What the hell is that? Why is there salt in the water?
sharks and shit.
Everything wants to kill you. 100% agree. Logan, enjoy it. Not for us. Not for us. I forgot about Orlando, dude. I totally forgot about Orlando, man. That's huge. I mean, he's got to be healthy for the next game here. I think Drew froze again. I'm going to be honest, or he's really, 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 really good at standing still. One of the two. But hey, when he comes back, we'll talk it up. So health is a big thing. And then the next thing I think we need to see is I want to see him work on the run game, man. I got down in my notes here, work on implementing the run in order to get the play action going. A lot of people are wondering why we're not the run in the play action. And it's as simple as that. The run game hasn't completely been there. So if we can get in and implement runs that will function come game time, dude, I'm all for it. I think that if we can paint Mixon specifically, and I'm going to probably contradict myself here with my next point, but paint Mixon as a threat at all times, then they have to respect him and stack the box or something like that. And then that's when you can trick him with the play action or, I don't know, some other kind of cute play. Or it even sets up downfield passes, like regular passes. You know what I mean? Because if they're stacking the box and respecting the run, then you're going to have somebody open downfield. So, and then another thing I specifically want to see them implement through the bye. This is maybe a controversial statement. I would like to see our backfield become a committee. And I don't want people to think that I'm saying Joe Mixon is not the guy. I love Joe Mixon. I love the comments. He's gone. I love Joe Mixon. He's our running back one. He should be. Drew's back. But I would love to see the Bengals backfield be a committee. I would love Mixon to get the majority of the carries, but I would love to see them implement Williams, Evans, and Brown, whoever ends up being the best one for the committee job, get more touches, whether it be in the flats, passes, whatever it might be. I really, really want to see our backfield run kind of like the Chiefs run their backfield, a committee. What do you think of that, man?
I wish I knew what you guys were talking about. Spectrum, you're fucking terrible. Been having internet problems all day. I work at home.
Here's what I said because I do want your opinion on this. I obviously want them to work on implementing the run, period, in the bye week, right? Like when they come back, it's a long week and they're practicing. I want them to think, hey, we need to implement the run and have it be a threat because not only does that open up passing situations, but it opens up the play action, which a lot of people are wondering why we're not doing. And then my second point, and I'll let you talk on these because I think you're going to have a great opinion on these. I want to see our backfield become a committee. I'm not saying Joe Mixon's runs are cut in half or anything like that. That's not at all what I'm saying. Joe Mixon is running back one. He deserves it. He's breaking records or tying. I mean, he's like on our all time lists. Like, but I would love to see it sort of run like the Chiefs and some of these other teams, where you're also using Williams, Evans, and potentially Brown, whether it be a pass, some other kind of run. You know what I mean? A sweep or something like that. To where these other guys are getting touches. So again, I'm not saying take away handoffs from Mixon. I'm saying come up with creative plays to make the backfield sort of a committee.
Yeah, and I think that we kind of touched on that last week in the recap show of the Seattle game. If you're not getting anything out of your running back, and I don't believe, like I said, I don't believe it's all Mixon's fault. I don't think he has a lot of lanes to run through.
Yeah.
But if you're not getting it out of your running game in general, maybe I should have said that. That was probably a better way to say it instead of saying your running back. Out of your running game, yes, play to their strengths.
Yep.
Chris Evans is damn good if you can get him the ball in space out of the backfield. Chris Evans can make guys miss. I don't know how he doesn't get more playing time. I don't know if it's a practice issue, if it's a work issue. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you know, you see him make plays in the Chiefs games a couple times. You've seen him, you know, when he's gotten in there, he's picked up some big third downs over the last couple years.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why he doesn't get in there more. But yeah, I agree. And it's kind of like Goodberry was saying when he was talking about it initially.
Yeah.
Go with a committee, and if something starts working, stick with it. And that's not saying I don't want the ball in Joe Mixon's hand. That's not saying anything. It's just it's not working right now. So how can we do that? And if it is, hey, let's get some different guys in here just so the defense has different looks. When they bring Travion in, they know that we're not running the ball. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious to everybody. But if
Super.
they could mix in a Chase Brown or a Chris Evans with Travion for pass protection with Mixon, and just I know you want to get guys into a rhythm at some point, but right now we're not getting hardly anything out of it. So why not do that? And if nothing else, it can keep the defense a little bit honest.
Yeah. Agreed. And there's some good comments like Troy Moose there. Offensive line play has significant impact on running back rushing production. It's not there yet, but it will, right? So it isn't like, oh, let's be a committee and all our problems are solved. Like everything has to come together. But one thing I do like is what Kevin Kay said, throw in some two running back sets. How cool would that be, man? Imagine that. Some, you know, you slant on a defensive line like that. Man,
Yeah.
let's smoke and mirror this, like some of that fancy stuff. That's just some of the stuff you don't typically see. And then maybe it's a pipe dream, but I'd love to see them implement some fun new stuff with the running game rather than here, Joe, go ahead and run it.
Yeah, absolutely. And shout out to Tony. If you're right, if you enjoy the content, smack the shit out of the like button for us. We're trying to,
Love
you
it.
know, be like the YouTuber guys. We need the likes and the
Yeah,
subscriptions and all that.
we're
But when
already
you look,
famous.
we-
No, what are we? What did that
that he called us stars. He called us
star?
stars.
Yeah, we're stars, but we want to go beyond.
Um, and there was some talk on the timeline today that I saw before I was pissing Ohio State fans off about the Bengals and trades.
Ooh, yeah. I
I
thought
think
I.
we're going to call this. You came up with it. You should tell the people.
Oh,
What are we
what
going to call
do I call it? Deadline desires. Ah, how about that? I thought I was slick when I came up with mine. I want to hear yours first though, because yours blew me out of the water. I'm going to be honest, dude. It was an enema to my brain when you said it.
But if I say mine before yours, I don't know if it works as well. If you say yours and then I say mine, I look way smarter.
Fair enough. And I mean, well, that's bullshit. Best for last ism you're trying to pull here, but the problem is, folks, is I agree with him. So I thought I was slick. I thought I was slick when I posted mine, and then good old Drew here said, "Oh, you mean like Andre Peretta posted?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And guy who's way smarter than me had already had the idea. And then when I posted it, I realized everybody was just shitting on it left and right because the dollars weren't making sense. But what about Terrence Marshall Jr. and Hayden Hurst? Hayden Hurst comes and makes a reunion, and we bring in Terrence Marshall Jr., a former Tiger, if I'm not incorrect there.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, on that national
right?
championship team.
On a national championship team, maybe just needs some new air blown into the tires, and maybe he comes here and can be successful. Is it an immediate need? No. Our wide receivers are pretty good. Could it help? Yes. T's banged up. We've got young guys after that. What are we giving up? I don't know, a fifth and some change. Like I'm not a draft capital guy. I just throw names out, stick them on the board, and go hide in the corner because there's people who are way smarter than me that will either figure this out or tell me how stupid I am. You know what I mean? But I think that'd be a neat one. Hayden Hurst, I got told, contract's too big, ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah. I got it. We can figure that stuff out, man. That's why they pay people, you know?
He's a year out of being a product of the Joe Burrow tight end factory is the problem because you come
Yeah.
play tight end for Joe Burrow for a year. Usually you're leaving, you're getting about a 3 year, $20 to $25 million a year deal from somewhere else. Not $25 million a year over the entirety of the deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, you had Uzama go to the Jets.
Yeah.
I think he got 24, and I think Hayden Hurst got 23 over 3 years. But the issue with it is the contract.
Yeah.
But I love a tight end trade. And I actually wrote
Er,
an article about this the other day.
yeah.
Um, the tight end trade that I would like, Darren Waller,
Unbelievable.
who's shout out to Darren Waller. His wife just won the WNBA championship last year. Admittedly, had no idea that was going on, but they did win it. Poor Darren Waller, dude. He was in Vegas,
Oh,
marries a WNBA player who plays for
the Aces.
the Vegas
Yeah.
Aces. And then, like right after they got married, he got traded across the country to New York to the
Yeah,
Giants.
that's right.
So that's rough. But the Darren Waller trade makes
Yeah.
sense. The Giants are fucking terrible. The Giants are going absolutely nowhere. I mean, we saw them play against the Bills the other night. It was just bad. That team's like 1-4, I think. Now 1-5, maybe. I don't know.
Garbage.
But they suck. They're terrible. They're going nowhere. Now, Waller has a big contract too, and that was what some people kind of pushed back on me first when I first wrote the article. But when you look into the contract, they can get out of the contract after this season with absolutely no dead money. So while the contract is big, the way that it is structured and it's written, they could get out of it after this year if they wanted to. Let's say if he came in and it didn't go well. Or maybe he comes in, he kills it, he gets back to the old Darren Waller, and they say, fuck it, we'll just keep the contract, we'll
Yeah.
keep him.
Yeah.
But that's the trade I'm looking for. Is Darren Waller makes a lot of sense because he's not old, but he's not young either. He's ready to win. He can make a playoff run in Cincinnati. He's not making a playoff run in New York. He's having a decent year. He's not blowing anybody out of the water, but he is far better than anything that the Bengals have seen. I mean, there have been times where Burrow just like looks off the tight end. He's like, "Yeah, I see you, but like I'm not doing it." I don't know if that's because he doesn't have confidence in an Irv Smith Jr. or or what, but tight end position, if they were going to make a trade, I don't think that they're going
No.
to. Historically, looking at how the Bengals operate, I think there's a very, very low chance of it. But I would take Waller just for this year. And Lord Behemoth 78 says he'd pass on Waller and focus on Higgins and Chase plans. Tight ends never do much in the offense anyway. Now, I don't know how much bringing him in this season really affects the plans for Higgins or Jamar Chase because there's not going to be any negotiation for T. Higgins in the season.
Yeah. His
And
agent said that.
it,
So
yeah, his agent said that the Bengals just typically don't do it. So I don't know how much it would affect it because if they're going to pay him that this year, they can cut him after the
yeah.
year and try to restructure him or whatever the case may be. But he could help this year get this thing right. get this team in the playoffs and try to make a run if he's the old Darren Waller. And worst case scenario, at the end of the year, you say, okay, we think we can re-sign Higgins. We got to re-sign Chase. We don't think he's going to be, in the mix for the future just because of the money. Then you can cut him
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
You're only paying him this year anyway. So that's one that I would really, really like. That would be my deadline desire.
It would be a name signing too. Honestly, like Waller's a name. Like uh, in the
Yeah.
tight end room. That I think that would be really cool. I don't know what you give up. Like I don't know. I'm not a huge in the mind of the GM. Oh, this guy's worth that. This guy's worth that. This position is valued at a third or whatever. I don't know what you give up, but I don't know. Do you move Irv and a pick over there to New York? Is that what they'd be looking for? Who knows? But to me, the Waller one was so out of left field, not in my brain, that I just got excited. Like I think that would be incredible. So, and you're right. Are we going to move anything or do anything? Probably not. It's just not what we do. But that would be an incredibly exciting one. So
We got a comment from Joey R93. I don't know exactly who that is, but it's probably somebody that follows me on the
yeah.
internet. He says he's already looking at tight ends in the draft. Drew isn't going to like it, but Cade Stover, Farmer Gronk. Now, he's a Buckeye.
Mm-hmm.
Buckeye fans aren't very happy with me today.
Rightfully.
But not rightfully so. Some beat writer tried to dunk on me and use a bunch of vague shit so he could act like he was right if something happens.
Maybe your team was not behaving in a criminal manner. We wouldn't have to deal with this. You know what I mean?
Criminal. Fucking JJ Watt was on McAfee 2 days ago talking about how defenses would steal signals and know what play was coming, and everybody was laughing at it. Now they're saying Michigan might have done it, and it's like, oh my God, hang the guy.
Here's what floors me about it. The signal is this big on the sideline on a massive square. Like, and I guess you need to do some head math to make them make sense. But like, it's not like they were filming, right? Or were they?
No, they're saying they were sending people to games of opponents and potential playoff opponents to watch their signals. Sounds like scouting.
Yeah, sounds like
scouting. But to Joey's point, Cade Stover is good. And I say this on Twitter all the time. If they can help the Bengals win, I do not give a shit where they went to college. Cade Stover is a hell of a football player, and if the Bengals were to pick him up, I'd like it. I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Cade Stover's a dog.
Yeah.
And
it's like
Sam Hubbard's probably my favorite Buckeye ever because he helps the Bengals win football games.
Turner, who else are Michigan? I'm a Bearcat, so I'm just a shit starter here. I'm just a pot stirrer.
We got DJ Turner. We got Dax Hill. We got Brad Robbins. We got Chris Evans. There's Michigan men all over the place.
And also, if you really want to get technical, I don't know if you can see it, but that's a 21 jersey. He came from Pittsburgh. We hate Pittsburgh, but we
former Steeler.
You know what I mean? So once he's in strike, we'll get about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. The only Bengal that I wouldn't want from Ohio State is Ezekiel Elliott, and that's just because he's a shitty person. Wedge Gordon says, who possibly could have figured out Shiano's big brain offense with a quarterback that can't throw? Had to be cheating. I think that's what started it because Greg Schiano was like bitching at halftime or something.
Oh my God. Maybe Brock back the answer. There's a lot of guys.
Hey.
A lot of guys. I don't know. We'll see. We seem to
Brock Bowers can come out this year.
Yeah. We seem to just recycle tight ends, so I don't know. Irv Smith this year, I don't know. Where's he going to be next year? Is he going to be in Carolina? Who knows? We've sent people there. But enough about tight ends. I'm looking here at my notes. I don't know. Do you want to talk Niners at all without going into details? Because like the Browns just beat the Niners, and I'm kind of like they have a great defense and they're solid this year. Like, you think that you need to look at that game and see how we can beat them as well?
We can, but dude, this is a Bengals show and we don't like Cleveland, but their defense is fucking insane. When they go into man coverage, the opposing quarterbacks have a QBR of 7 this season.
It's scary.
It's good.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Niners, they are not bulletproof. Um, they did. Trent Williams got hurt. Debo got hurt. Christian McCaffrey got hurt. I think that they will all be back in time for the Bengals to play them about a week and a half from now. But I mean, they did just lose to an XFL quarterback. The Browns defense can
I
be what the Browns defense is, but they just lost to PJ
know.
Walker. And they're like, oh, well, all these players were out. It's like, well, the Browns didn't have Nick Chubb. The Browns didn't have Joel
Yeah.
Bitonio. The Browns didn't have Deshaun Watson. The Browns didn't have Jack Conklin. So, like, they were beat up before the game.
And that's what I look at. It's like, dude, PJ Walker, what the hell? How do you, like, it's not like it was an electric 42-37 game, right? Like it wasn't crazy. But like at the same time, like it's just holy crap, these guys are not invincible. You know what I mean? So um
Poor Jake Moody,
what
dude.
what? Oh,
His whole fucking
yeah.
family was there, dude. Everybody, grandparent, like it wasn't just a couple
That's
people. The whole family was there, dude. And he missed that kick. Poor guy, Michigan man.
yeah.
And Joey makes a good comment though. If our defense can play the 49ers the way that they did Seattle,
Exactly.
I like it because we were worried about them shutting down the run.
I agree. And I think Drew froze. He froze in a very, very funny manner. So I'll talk. But if our defense can play that way, I honest to God, I don't think that there's a team that can really, really push us and crush us. We've played some goofy football, Drew. The way you're frozen is unbelievable. If someone in the comments can please screenshot this mess right here. It looks like his eyes are rolled forward and backward in his head at the same time. It's unbelievable. Yeah, great. Somebody screenshot that. Back to the Niners. They're beatable, dude. McCaffrey banged up. Trent Williams banged up. They will be back. But I also think that our offense can go out there and play against their defense as well. I mean, if PJ Walker can do that, right? It's not like he lit them up, but he got them through the game and led them to a win, right? So what do you think, right? I mean, Joe Burrow and company, can they do it? I absolutely think they can. I'm absolutely laughing on the inside right now with Drew's internet because usually it's my internet that's going crazy. Uh,
Dude,
uh, are you back? Are you good?
I'm back. The chat's stuck on there, dude. It just keeps saying connection lost, reconnecting.
It's
I
fine.
can't even get to the chat to take Joey's comment down. No
Is it?
offense, Joey. It's a good comment, but fuck.
It's down now. It's down now. You're good, but
It'll go down. I fired in that time. I fired off a tweet. It says, "Hey, at Get Spectrum, get your shit together. I'm trying to bring people high quality Bengals talk, and my internet keeps going out."
oh my God. You want to go through some comments here? I don't want to get too much deeper into the Niners because we're going to talk about them before the game next Thursday. We can go through some comments here. Are you frozen again? Or are you
Comments.
fucking with me? Okay.
I can't see comments.
Okay,
They won't
frozen.
load them.
That's okay. I can read some here and we can talk about them. So we lost 2 damn Super Bowls to San Fran. So we're getting the W on the 29th. Oh, he is frozen. Okay. I agree with that. I want to get that monkey off our back. A lot of people, here he is again. We lost. This is one for the ages, dude. This is one
What the hell,
but
dude?
but listen to that comment. We've lost 2 Super Bowls to him. It's time to beat him here, right? So we got to beat him on the 29th. Are you able to pull comments up at all? Or
My fucking nothing's moving. I don't. You might not even hear me right now.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
It says my page is unresponsive.
He can't hear at all. He cannot hear me. Um, I'm completely frozen now. Now I'm upside down. This is awesome. I'm upside down, served out of town. It's cool, dude. I'll do the show like this. maybe, and we'll get it back together here. I'll just remain upside down. I do want to talk about a special guest we are going to have on Monday, and I pray to God he's not watching right now because I don't want him to think that this is how it's going to go when he's on, because this is our first actual natural disaster that we've had here. The screen, Tony. This is epic. Everybody laughing. Fans are cyber attacking. Obviously, yeah, Behemoth. You're probably right. But Monday, we're gonna have former Cincinnati Bengals defensive tackle Mike Daniels on the show. We're gonna talk some football with him. Just kind of catch up and see what he's been up to since he's left the team. He is, I would call him a friend of mine and Drew's. We communicated with him while he was here in Cincinnati. And then we also, I just cannot believe I'm upside down. We've talked to him a little bit here off and on as he's moved on as well. Always commenting on his awesome training videos. He's a bit of a nerd like myself. So we'll talk some nerd stuff as well. Probably not on the show, but we do offline. I don't know what is exactly happening right now. There's no real explanation other than cyber attacks. In my line of work, I would immediately blame North Korea or China for this. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And we've been going for about 30 minutes. So I am going to text Drew real quick, and you guys can witness me do this live. Oh, his internet went out at his house. So I don't even know if I'm live right now. But we've been going for about 30 minutes. It's been a fun one. It's been an interesting one. You guys are awesome. Mike Daniels, if you're watching this, please delete this from your memory. I promise we will not have you hanging from the ceiling. And if we do, you can just block us both on Twitter and never talk to us again. I love you guys. You're live, but you're upside down, Tony. Yeah. Spectrum strikes again. Gold Star Chili attacking the channel. Might be because of my hat. Very well. Could be AI. Who knows? I'm blaming North Korea and China. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to sign us
Can you
off
hear me?
here. Oh,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Drew. Hardly. I can't now. I see you. I'm upside down.
Dude, what the thing?
I don't know.
Dude,
When
I'm
we
so
watch this
sorry. This
back,
is
I'm upside down and you're right side up. This is absolute chaos. I was gonna end it there with a hooday, man. Just because we've been going for like 35 minutes now.
oh my god. Oh my god. I can't fix you. This is a fucking disaster. Now everything's frozen again. You're frozen. I think. God damn it. Anybody, is this thing still on? Huh? Live what? Well, uh all right, Spectrum. I'm getting people telling me that we're still live. I apologize to everybody for how terrible this show has been. It's not my fault. It's the fault of you, Spectrum. Spectrum, you are the worst internet provider on the face of the planet. I only have your internet because it's the only thing I can get in my house. You stink. I'm going to run the video for our Cincy Hat Beanie giveaway winner on Twitter. I'll run the randomizer. We'll figure it out. Everything's gone to shit. AT&T had to bail me out on my hotspot because you are so terrible. Spectrum, you're the worst. I hate you. I hope you never, I don't know.